What's up, everybody? Welcome back to some more Outer Worlds 2. I hope everyone is having a good start to the long weekend. I'm going to try and finish this game now. Not sure how many quests are left, but let's see what we can do. Whoa.
How are you still upright over there?
Okay, that didn't work. Drama.
Commander, watch your fire!
On what? No on them target! Medkit coming your way!
Ew.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, How might we be of use to one another?
Here you are.
Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Yes. You've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us in the future. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
It's up there. Whatever, just do this.
Ah, you've made such progress moving us toward an Order Anti's Choice alliance. Everything seems to be going according to the plan so far. But we approach a critical juncture. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Anti's Choice. So this is our last...
What we want, dog.
...chance. Fine. Do as you will. If you fail, I suppose the plan will rebound eventually.
So you first. How about that?
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
Of course, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have faith in the Order's vision for Arcadia. You're doubling my loyalty. I'm not the one who helped DeVries blow up Horizon Point. I'm not making any commitment until I know what those goals are. I'll continue to help you. Oh, fucker.
You must have suffered greatly in your life to have developed such a mercenary attitude. But I certainly will not contest an exchange of mutual aid. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
Honor to meet you.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Anyone else would have done the same. You're welcome. It was a close at the moment.
If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that?
R11 has expressed the desire to resume negotiations. Your delegate wants the...
I agree. I once believed the risks of a negative outcome were acceptably low, justifying the pursuit of a peaceful resolution. But Greater Tranquility altered those numbers. I will speak with Levin and tell him to cease all transmissions with the undisputed claim immediately. The Order does not require a corporation's help to win this war. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The archive remains at the forefront of my mind, as it must be on yours, or else you would not be here.
You're right. I've acquired a rift data, and I believe that may be the key to saving Arcadia.
Rift data? And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask?
Not easily. I tracked down a former colleague who did not part with it happily.
It troubles you. What you had to do to get this data.
I wanted to resolve the situation peacefully, but she forced my hand.
It must have been a difficult choice. But difficulty is not a metric useful in judging a decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then?
Process the data, gain better insight on how to close the rifts. I don't know. I'll play it by ear.
And so it may, but perhaps we are putting the solution before the problem. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot.
I take it you already have a plan. That is your Order's whole shtick.
Any way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the archive out of Protectorate subjugation and back into Order hands. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's choice will almost assuredly see you as a threat to their interests.
That's putting it mildly. They don't take kindly to folk reneging on a deal, even if said deal ain't been officially struck. But if this is the path you want to go down, I'll be there with you.
This trooper shows unexpected sagacity for one of her organization. The rest of Auntie's choice will not be so amenable. Are you prepared to accept these consequences?
I'd rather not make an enemy.
Nobly put. But Auntie Cleo made herself an enemy of all Arcadia when she sent her forces into our colony. Do not assign yourself guilt for what we must do in response. Let us now discuss the particulars of what will be required to reclaim the archive. Fortunately, I have given this some thought, and already have a strategy in place.
I hope so.
First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spirton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it. By all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. Well done. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spirton which can deliver our troops into the archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. By your lack of questions, I assume you feel confident about your chances. But it occurs to me that a more indirect approach might also be suitable for retaking Spirton. Take this access card. It opens a discreet side entrance on the western side of Spirton, just past a collapsed portion of the outer wall. Once inside, it may be possible to divert power from the Protectorate's turrets via a nearby terminal. The same card should grant you access to the building housing the terminal. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
In the wee go.
Prudence dictates we rally all.
The Protectorate have dug themselves in real good. If we approach head-on, we're signing our own death certificates. We need another plan.
Bitch, shut your face.
So, you're just gonna ignore all the warnings we got about this place? If we go in now, we may well be going to our deaths. Take a look around. Ain't just infantry we gotta worry about. There's turrets, automechs, and law knows what else. Strategy, Commander. That's what we need.
Victory or Valhalla?
Somehow. As if similarly foolish notions ain't crossed your mind before. But how about you listen to one of us for a change?
No.
Don't you mean we're going for it? You ain't doing this alone, you know.
Shut up. That's why nobody likes you.
Subject to the most exalted vigilance. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together. Our sense of community. They sneer at our
Hey, hey, hey.
Rejected grapple craft materials that got shipped here. I sold them to a Protectorate officer who was low on supplies. Said it was imitation grapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Yantee's choice.
Ignore that. I promise you this is merely tomfoolery. There's no way we were eating failed experimental material.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Caught you pooping.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Figures. But that component couldn't have gone far.
We have possession of the lift and are ready to lend assistance to you, Agent. Awaiting the all clear. Postponement acknowledged. Standing by until further confirmation.
Y'all can't touch me. Oh shit. What a fucking stupid ass move that was. Oh god, how far back am I? Alright, cool.
Figures. But that component couldn't have gone.
We have possession of the lift and are ready to lend us postpone.
Yeah. It's just a sprat.
Talk about a feat in industrial engineering. The skill alone. Stick close, Commander. Wouldn't want you wandering off your thoughts. What was in those rats? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. I have been better. Much, much better. Forgive me, I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Don't envy you. Try and drink plenty of water, huh? Maybe have a lie down?
I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. Certainly, certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me mental refreshment at best. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
What the hell?
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Colonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am EUENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister.
So you're the Archivist. It's a voice at last. Are you some sort of artificial intelligence?
Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
Well, that ain't good.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts?
I have a large cache of Rift anomaly data, and I need to process immediately what just happened. You're okay?
Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of Rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply hug societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query?
I seek the means to permanently close.
The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Any way to get that down to more like 10 minutes, maybe 5? Okay, well, better get started.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses two key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
When active, the Archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the Rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of Crabbles have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
Somehow I don't think the Order will approve of our letting the Archive fall deeper into disrepair. We ought to take action.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable...
Well, I kind of hope they all opened. Cloister Underlands. Well, let's go do that one.
Hold fire! This one looks Watch yourself! You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape?
Are you trapped? No. If not, no, not if the Order initiate corpses. I walk past.
Most of the people who locked us down here were compatriots just a few years ago. Now they see us as nothing but a caustic variable that needs to be erased from the equation. You poor, dangling remainder. Your brain really is frozen, isn't it? Originally, this was a subterranean network that let folks move between the critical components of the Archive. But now, for us, it's a tomb. Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls, and no doubt, the rest are predestined to join them. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. May the universe...
Rough setup, ain't it? But at least they got each other.
That's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
I can't feel it when I touch my toes with my fingers. Water just to cure your Which one do you think has gone numb?
Of course not. That's idiotic. I just want you to say you feel sorry for me.
Oh, that's just the structure. I thought it was a quest area. Skadoosh.
Take him out!
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress field breacher is present.
Let's get him over with!
Protectorate engineers. Never stood a chance. Better days. I think we can fix it in 2 ticks with the right tool.
Let's dismiss what the hell do you do? Let's get them over with! Ready to waste them on your command.
Y'all can't f with me anymore.
We're gonna need a fuse to activate this. Could find it nearby if we're lucky.
Let's dismiss what the hell do you do? That's this way forward is through!
Hope it happened quick like. But I'm guessing.
My new neighbor is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them. Reading that manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Need something over here.
Never know when you're gonna need the odd toolkit. I'd hang on to that where I go.
Here it is. Nope, maybe not. Yep.
Yeah.
All that's left now is to activate.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not count down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
I don't remember how to get out of here. So then we got cold storage. That's right too.
Firing targets. Combat honing in on. Brass tingling. All charged up.
If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me. I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Easy.
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job.
I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Of course. I'm doing what is smart and profitable under Auntie's laws, and I'll be damned if you two idiots will dissuade me. But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Let's get him over with!
Oh, shit. Fellas. Oh, it's up there. Huh.
Watch yourself.
Hope you're settling into the cognito all right. You got everything you need?
Almost. Ever thought about bringing an Auntie's Choice vending machine on board? I ain't all that agreeable if I'm without my snacks.
I've got to introduce you to this novel appliance, name of a refrigerator. You can store and draw from it without ever paying a bit.
Yeah, everyone knows a morsel tastes that much sweeter if you gotta pay a premium for it.
Oh, okay.
We in the Order love to speak of a grand plan, of ordered complexity, where all things have a reason for existing, a purpose to fill. But what purpose is served by hundreds dying senselessly in the cold? The longer this interminable war drags on, the more convinced I become of the universe's dispassionate variability. We must reconcile with this reality, and if we cannot, then perhaps it is time we evolve a new philosophy altogether. It's certainly worth bringing up with the presiding bishop upon my return.
Better be something good up here. That's all I can say.
Bodies up ahead. Suggest we take a moment before running in and joining them.
And that's why no one will remember your name.
Fastest way forward is through! Looking a few corpse low, Commander.
Fucker.
No agent left behind.
Practicing some battlefield medicine. Back in business.
Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the archive? The engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Is the pain of this wound making me hallucinate? Or are you the unforeseen interloper my scouts have been speaking of? Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold. You what? On your own? We've been fighting for weeks to try and gain access to the controls, and you simply waltz in on a whim? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your goal now? We could greatly use your help if you are willing. We need a way out of this tomb. When the Protectorate took the archive, they locked all the lifts out of this cavern, and the terminal to unlock them is exceptionally well defended. The Automechs guarding the facility effectively repelled all our attempts at assault. But you have shown a prowess and expertise that is, frankly, far beyond our own. If you can reach the terminal and reactivate the lifts, I can re-establish contact with my superiors, allowing us to both evacuate wounded and resupply with fresh troops. That is absolutely amazing news. Then we are going to re-establish contact with the surface. We can evacuate our wounded, resupply, and reinforce. May the plan guide you through this underground nightmare. And may all your equations unveil their integers without error.
Let's dismiss with the how do you do.
this one. Good.
Ow.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
It is the duty of every protector.
These ones didn't die of exposure.
Do leave me in peace.
It was rapid onset this freezing.
Please do leave me in peace.
You think the
There is
Protectorate got
nothing
a
you
weapon
say
that can do this?
Yeah. Say. What in a sovereign's name? How did you get in here? Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Sovereign, forgive me.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
your dues.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Let's get them over with!
Go through them if necessary.
That was her.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, rather quickly, I found myself acclimating
Let's head
to
over.
the situation and resumed what had been my normal banter with the now gelid auto. Her disposition is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And refreshingly, I cannot finish my anecdotes without interruption. Frankly, her Hyperborean slumber makes her a better companion now than she always thought. And I relish the thought of continuing our flourishing relationship in this new state.
The Protectorate endures.
The storage brick is on its way.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
Huh. These folk built a giant computer taking up a whole moon, but without destroying the climate or its fauna. Reckon Auntie could learn a thing or two.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
You are the raw material for perfection.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted.
Prudence dictates.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system.
Remember, prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
There's something over here. Hang on.
The presiding bishop is eager to recapture the archive. Shall I send our forces to assist you now? Postponement?
Okay, so not yet.
Cold storage is operational. and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Such processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Your call, Commander. Either we head to the reactor or punch card processing.
Now's not really the time for a chat.
Get the fuck out of my way.
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next?
No need to fret. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
I'm guessing it's supposed to do that.
Let's get them over with!
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must dispose of the processing instructions.
Ditching a rod is likely the easiest way there. At least I can't think of a faster one. Not one we'd survive.
Now we gotta dodge God's
Let's skip
damn
the flow. Let me know when you need a distraction.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
Fastest way forward is through!
Check enemy light just turned on.
My trust issues, Commander.
Reactor fire suppression system online. The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The protectorate bunker bank is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Seems we have the choice of adjusting the turret settings or sealing reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me. Not a bad idea to take advantage of the supply caches needed, if you need them.
And we also got the fire suppression system at our disposal. No shortage of options here.
Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
How do you get down
Reactor turret defenses online. Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed.
Yeah.
Emergency ammunitions cache sealed.
That's what I thought.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed. Reactor reinforcement doors unsealed. Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Archive reactor has been returned to operational status. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The rifts are almost akin to an archival process, yet are inimical to organic matter.
Didn't I have to do something else?
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
Make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Until we sort out these shifting priorities, the Archive's about as useful as a box of rocks.
My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founder, the charismatic mathematician. to help nudge humanity toward its ultimate ascendance, to hinder outsiders from disrupting our perfect system.
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
Eventually, yes. But proving that a utopia is even possible could be the first step in attaining it. In the meantime, shouldn't those who support our goals be rewarded? And those who oppose them rank lesser? Error, error. Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Think that's our cue to go inside.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillated, cantankerously, benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty.
Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes, radical divergences from the architect's plan, humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed, a perfect community, with every luxury save freedom. And variables increasing. Major correction imminent.
Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be...
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all.
Why? You don't want your rivals to win now.
Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make to...
Be advised. Your present course of action is vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad?
You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners?
Priority.
Knew you'd come around.
Priority recoupled.
Knew you'd come around.
you two get the fuck out of the goddamn way?
I could process your data faster than the others. Ah, much better.
I literally have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So, Google. Ugh. See, there is 3 of them. I knew it.
Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around.
It's not that.
Priority. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd... Ah, much better.
Ah. So...
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Hope ENIAC is feeling more like itself now. We got some Rift data to process.
I knew I was doing it right. It was just a third one I couldn't friggin' see.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions.
Let's say I stay on the order of the operator. What's your best time in the archive?
Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation or worry.
Auntie's Choice sure ain't gonna be best pleased by this lack of return on investment.
Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spyreton. Your allies are waiting for you outside this chamber. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. And it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. Now it's time to honor your end of our agreement and transfer stewardship of the archive into the Order's most capable hands. The Calcaduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. In the interests of time, allow me to propose how next to proceed. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start.
Yes, this will do perfectly.
Unless you're eager to explore more of Cloister, we should head back to the ship. See where the data leads. Thanklaw. Hot shower?
Kill on sight. Your actions just now have caused one of the factions that usually do things to you anyway. So we're gonna kill him.
Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Prescience. Anticipated unconsciousness is converted into temporal dilation using the equation of commensurate equivalence in a transformation so simple that a first-year disciple could participate in.
You were the missing variable we needed. We're one step closer to solving the equation.
The Protectorate never respected us. This is merely the latest stock display.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Is a fellow feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
Yeah.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is well and truly under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. It is my hope that such archaic methods of communicating with the archive will soon not be necessary. I am only lacking the resources to make my plan a reality. While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this apparatus exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I lack the chemicals to finish its manufacture. A fine deduction. We may make a proper scientician out of you yet. A plant on Praetor under Auntie's choice control has the chemicals I need for this new treatment. Infiltrate the plant and retrieve them, by whatever means necessary.
Rather brazen ask.
There. You have the approval of your colleague, if that was an impediment. There should be a maintenance tunnel on the lowest level. The front entrance is likely to have security, so I would avoid that route entirely.
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared.
Sorry, what?
It is not dissimilar to how the prototype modulator unfolds rifts, Commander, based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. Acknowledge briefing.
Hell is that?
Now what?
Ready to wait. On your command.
Damn it.
Now,
Shut
did
up.
you need something? Or
Raph's back in business.
more I look around, more I'm glad this plant ain't close to any town. Really.
Hostile ahead.
All charged up.
Now you can taste purple.
Hey, we gotta talk about all the killing you've done. Specifically, I understand
I
that
don't
things
care,
might
lady.
come up, give you no choice. But for all they've done, these folk are still mine. Better think hard about. Just don't put me in the.
Fucking kill you too. I don't give a shit about you.
You got company, Commander, and friendly.
She's complaining about me, but yet she has her fucking gun out. Traitor.
Gun cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Investigating.
Let's run. Ready to waste them. On your command.
Commander, you're bleeding. No worse for wear. Hey, I understand that things might come
Alright,
up.
I need to
Give
kill
no
you
choice.
because
But for all they've done, these folk are still mine. For now it is, but I ain't keen on making that permanent, and I better think hard. Just don't.
you need to fucking die if you're gonna keep interrupting me.
Purpleberry Crunch, spelled with a K,
The hell this
because
guy
it
does?
is far more authentic that way.
What's all that going on out there? These conditions are not optimal for market testing.
Purpleberry Crunch is crispy, it's perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat.
On your toes.
All right, that marks an hour since ingestion. Now, tell me, how do you feel? And remember, this is for user research, so please be honest.
I understand that things might come up, give you no choice. But just don't... Well, we've got the drugs for our would-be head of state. Let's hope the press don't catch wind of it.
Look at all that. We gotta go kill him.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
There you go. Good as new. Yeah. Y'all need to give us some space.
Oh shit.
Hey, I understand that
Oh my
things
god,
might come
bitch.
up. Better just... Figures that after... But that suits me fine. You know I can't go a day without attempting some heroics in the face of danger. Soon as you're ready to travel there, if you say so.
Oh shit, I've got to do something. 1 second.
Not this again. How many times must we tread this ground, Leslie?
As many times as needed until you see reason. We have the archive back now. Yes, the work may be slow moving forward. But you needn't sacrifice yourself for mere expediency.
I have heard your thesis, and I remain unconvinced by it.
How long have we known each other, Ruth? Long enough, I'd argue, for you to recognize that I only have your best interests in mind.
Enough. I am not interested in furthering this debate, especially before an audience. Laureate Beckett and I are having a minor academic dispute. Nothing that should concern you.
What with going to Praetor? Do they even know what this panacea will do to you? The true cost of it?
The agent knows what is pertinent for them to know.
If you won't tell them, then I will. This little chemical cocktail will short-circuit Ruth's limbic system, eradicating her emotions. Her very humanity will be expunged. And she will be absolutely no fun during our weekly game of diminishing variable whist.
All in service to a far greater goal. I cannot be distracted by the agony of wearing the binary lector during my interactions with the archive.
If it does not outright kill you, or drive you to madness as it has done the others who have tested the damnable thing.
They did not have my tolerance for pain, nor my resolve. With the panacea I intend to create, physical suffering will be a peripheral consideration.
Has everyone lost their senses? This cannot be in line with the Grand Architect's plan.
You are letting your personal feelings influence your interpretation of the numbers. It would not be the first time, would it? My decision is made. All that remains is delivery of the chemicals themselves.
I cannot be party to this. I'm sorry.
It will take some time to finish manufacturing the final mixture. but you have created eventuality, where before there existed only possibility. There is another matter that must be resolved as soon as possible, concerning the Hyperion reticulum. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Then I look forward to hearing your
Okay, I guess this won't be the end of gaming the stream. That is gonna be it for now. I was kind of hoping this would be over, but apparently there's more. I don't know how much more, but I thought that would be the end. But I'll either be back on later today and finish this, or sometime tomorrow. I don't know. But either way, that'll be it for now. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have yourselves a sexy-ass day. Miss me.